So, you know that feeling when you open up a 1,000-piece puzzle box, dump it all on the table, and then realize someone mixed like three completely different puzzles together?
Oh, yeah. Complete chaos.
Right, exactly. You've got edge pieces that don't match, and I mean, colors from a totally different picture. And
Yeah.
that is exactly what happens when most of us open our closets every single morning. You're just staring at this massive mountain of clothes, but you still feel like you have absolutely nothing to wear.
Yeah. It's a huge frustration.
Well, that puzzle analogy is actually what the article we are discussing today uses to explain why so many of us regret buying clothes. So, for this deep dive, we're going to break down their whole mathematical framework to help you fix your closet. And we are going to do it so you don't have to read their dense methodology yourself.
Which is definitely a relief, right? Because, I mean, just reading those numbers dry can be tough. But the data they highlight is actually shocking. Like, they cite a UK study that found 60% of respondents regret a clothing purchase they made in just the past year.
Wow, wait, 60%?
Yeah, it's wild. And over in the US, a poll found that clothing is literally the single most regretted purchase category. Like 34% of people put it at number one.
Which makes you wonder why we keep doing it, right? I mean, usually we just process that regret by blaming ourselves and we think, I have terrible taste, or maybe I just didn't spend enough money.
But the article argues that buying regret isn't a failure of taste at all. And, it's not a budget failure either. It is a system failure. So going back to your puzzle analogy, it's basically like buying one random puzzle piece from a totally different box just because it looks shiny in the store.
Oh, I definitely do that all the time.
Right, we all do. It might look great in your hand, but it's just never going to connect with the pieces you already have at home.
So if it's a system failure, like how do we actually fix the system? Because you can't just buy better clothes. You need some way to measure how they actually work together.
Right. Precisely. And that is exactly where the article introduces this mathematical solution. They call it the Interchangeability Score. So it basically measures exactly how many outfit combinations your wardrobe can generate.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And they give this great contrast between two different guys to explain it. So the first guy has a score of 12 out of 100.
Wait, 12? That seems incredibly low.
It is really low.
Yeah.
And it happens because he's buying what they call mannequin outfits.
What does that mean? Like buying right off the display?
Exactly. He buys the whole look exactly as it was styled in the store, totally isolated from the rest of his closet. So he has clothes, sure, but very rigid ways to wear them. Meanwhile, the other man in the example has a score of 87 out of 100.
So to get an 87, is he just, buying way more clothes than the first guy?
No, not at all. The guy with the 87 isn't buying more clothes. He's buying a cohesive color palette and matching textures. Every single shirt works with at least 3 pairs of pants. So his wardrobe connects seamlessly.
Meaning he gets a ton of daily variety out of the exact same amount of closet space.
You got it.
Okay, but I hear mathematical solution and closet in the same sentence, and I immediately picture like a really boring minimalist uniform. Please tell me this doesn't mean I have to wear a plain gray t-shirt every single day. I mean, doesn't turning personal style into a strict mathematical formula completely kill creativity and self-expression?
Well, it's a totally fair concern, but the framework actually adapts to your individual style through what they call archetypes. The math sort of bends to your identity.
Oh, okay. How does that work?
So, say you are refined. Think of tailored suits and boardroom attire. Your benchmark score is 40 combinations.
I guess because neutral colors and traditional cuts naturally mix and match pretty easily.
Exactly. But then, if you are rugged, living in denim and boots, your benchmark drops slightly to 35. And if you're rakish, meaning you wear loud, bold statement pieces, your benchmark is 30.
Wait, why is the rakish score the lowest out of all of them?
Well, because bold statement pieces just naturally clash more often.
Yeah.
Like you can't really pair a leopard print shirt with plaid pants. So the mathematical benchmark for versatility is naturally lower than it would be for a wardrobe of plain neutral suits.
Oh, that makes total sense.
Yeah, it proves you don't have to dress like everyone else to have a system that works. And the article uses your specific archetype to introduce a really powerful financial concept. They call it the cost per combination.
Which is where it gets really interesting for your wallet, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It entirely shifts how we view the price tag.
Yeah.
So let's say you buy a $500 suit.
Which sounds super expensive up front.
Right. But if that suit connects with your existing wardrobe to unlock 20 new combinations, the true cost is just $25 per outfit.
Wait, so by that logic, if I go out and buy a cheap, like $150 novelty shirt, and it only works with one specific pair of jeans to make one single outfit, I just paid a staggering $150 per combination.
Yeah, you did.
That is way more expensive than the tailored suit.
Exactly. And calculating this isn't just about saving money at the register. When everything in your closet works together, it completely eliminates the cognitive load and, the stress of getting dressed in the morning.
So the ultimate takeaway for this deep dive is that shifting from buying on impulse to buying on combination impact can entirely cure buyer's remorse. You basically just stop buying stray puzzle pieces.
It really is that simple.
Actually, if a bad wardrobe is a mixed-up puzzle, a good wardrobe is like a box of Lego bricks. Every single piece is mechanically designed to snap perfectly into almost any other piece.
That is a perfect way to put it, which raises an important question for you to consider as we wrap up this deep dive today. If evaluating the cost per combination can completely revolutionize the way we buy clothes, what other physical possessions in your life are secretly draining your wallet simply because they exist in total isolation?